Hey guys, welcome to our time with Tally, our 1 o'clock Eastern spot that we're coming every day in this season. Just doing some mindset coaching, doing some perspective shifting, just supporting whoever is able to join into a place of just more peace, more connection with yourself, greater, I would say, self-compassion, greater perspective and growth in this time. So my name is Tally. I am a life and personal development coach, and I work with leaders to create lives of overflowing impact that are centered in joy. And I do that through one-on-one coaching and group coaching, masterminds, and I lead retreats internationally. And I just thought in this time it would be great to just be giving back. I just was like, what is a way that I can do something in this time? What is a way that I can give back? And so I just thought, let's turn on the camera every day at 1 o'clock my time, which is Eastern, and just give value. So here we are. Today we're talking about what is driving every decision, action, and pursuit that you are going after in your life. And the reason it's super key to figure out what that is because you actually will shortcut your ability to get to that thing and save years of your life if you can get really clear about what is the motivation under everything that you're doing. And it's really one of only a handful of things. If you keep going and getting underneath what it is that is driving you, it'll make a huge difference in you getting there and really save you from wasting a ton of needless energy and kind of distracted pursuits. So there is you've maybe heard of core longings or deep desires wheel. I'm going to use a resource that this is a core desires wheel, and I'll show you, and we'll talk about some of what they are. And I'll actually post a photo, like a PDF of this, in the comments when we get done here. This is created by Leadership Metaformations, Tony Stolzfus, Tony and Kathy, and it's part of a program I went through as some of my training, and it really gets at what is it that is driving, what is it that is everything that we do is driven by some motivation that is connected to one of these things. If you get underneath all of the things that you give your time, your attention, your energy, your pursuit to, it is driven by a core longing or motivation. So I'll just read through these because this is really supportive. So it's going to be one of these things if you get underneath all of them. It's going to be motivated from a place of worth, being known, joy, love, belonging, comfort, peace, security, a desire to come through or to have somebody come through for you, goodness, recognition, approval, justice, freedom, challenge, or significance. So I think that's 16 different core longings, and pretty much anything that you're running after is rooted in one of these things. So let's just talk about an example. So you could have, let's just say you could have 3 different people running after the exact same goal. Let's use one that's really prevalent in our society. Let's talk about the pursuit of money. So that is a currency that we have in our society, and we are going after that. Everybody needs to have it, and so you see it in a lot of different ways. But some people, it is like a drive, and it is rooted in one of these things. So money is not actually a core desire on here, but for one person, it could be a need for security, and money, having a certain amount of money, whatever that is in their mind, it's connected to really needing and wanting a sense of security. For somebody else, having money might represent freedom. Like if they have a certain amount of money, then they can have the freedom to go where they want to go, pursue the trips that they want to pursue, to create the experiences that they want to have. So it might be freedom is the core longing or the deep desire that is rooted in their pursuit of that thing. The pursuit of toilet paper, yes, Andy. I would say that one might be comfort, I don't know, or security, just knowing that you're not going to run out. That could be that. But yes, absolutely, the pursuit of toilet paper. For somebody else, it might be significance. Hey, Jason and Andy and Lisa, good to have you guys on here. So for somebody else, the pursuit of money might actually be rooted not in security or in freedom, but in a sense of significance, because they feel like when other people see that they have that thing, that it will mean to them, it'll signify that there is like a level of significance that they have, that they hold, that they can hang with a certain group of people or be included in, or whatever that is. So you can see how even the same pursuit could be driven by different core longings. And everything that you're doing, everything that you're running after, everything that you're pursuing, everything you're giving your time and your energy and your focus to is rooted at the core level, one of these things. So, and again, I'll post this at the end so you can look at it. And I have an exercise for you. But one of the things that I think is so significant about this conversation is that the things that we're running after often are kind of like surface level. And then if you can get underneath those things and get at what is my core longing, what is my deep desire underneath that thing, what is it that I'm really wanting? What is it that I think that thing is going to give me that I need? And these things, it was really significant for me when I realized that these deep desires and these core longings are something that all of us have. We all have a need emotionally, spiritually, for all of these things to be met in our life. It's almost like physically we have an acceptance of the fact that you need air to breathe. You have to have water to survive. You can't go more than like 3 or 4 days without sleeping. There are just like human needs that we have that we all understand and accept, and we're not wrong for having them. But sometimes with some of these, I feel like we can make ourselves wrong for feeling like we need to have a sense of significance, or we really are at a core level like so hungry for belonging or for love or for peace or comfort. Some of them are a little bit more accepted, but sometimes we can feel guilty for wanting recognition. But really it's a human core need and deep desire. And so when we can get honest about what it is that we're needing, what it is that we're wanting, and we can learn how to go after that thing and not all the things up here that we think might give us these things. When we can get really clear and just get right to what is it that I am pursuing? What is it that I'm longing for? What is it that I'm needing that is unmet in my life? And a lot of times these things feel so strong for us because it's a need that we had growing up that we didn't have met in significant or in healthy ways. And so getting clear about this will help you so much. Getting honest with yourself about what it is that's driving that thing. And you can actually directly meet that need in healthy ways. Because often the things that we do up here kind of get at it, but they're not healthy. We end up having a whole bunch of, what's the word? Like when you have like secondary, I'm trying to think of the word that I use sometimes around this. It's like when you have a medication that you take for a symptom, and then you have all of these like secondary symptoms because you're taking that medication. It's like that. So we're running after money, or we're running after like, I need to be at this certain weight in order to feel a sense of worth maybe, or a sense of belonging, or a sense of significance or recognition or approval. And so when we can get at what I'm really wanting is just a sense of approval, and we realize that we can actually get that thing without having to run after this certain goal weight. I mean, a lot of eating disorders are rooted in that kind of a thing, because really what we want is a sense of worth, or really what we want is a sense of belonging or acceptance. And we're running after it, trying to do it here, and it's actually not going to give us the thing that we want. But we can get to the thing that we want so quickly, actually, when we know what it is that we're running after. So it's the analogy that I use often is, you know, the movie The Wizard of Oz, where Dorothy is pursuing the entire movie. She is trying to get home. She's trying to get to that place of security and comfort and belonging and home. And the thing that she's pursuing this whole movie, we find out in the end, she's actually wearing the ruby slippers that would get her there instantly. Like, she's actually standing in the access point that would have her getting to exactly what it is that she wants. And instead she's running after like getting to Oz and the Yellow Brick Road and all of the things she runs into along the way. And so when you realize that the thing that you most long for, you actually have access to in this moment, you actually can connect to that thing, you actually can have really healthy ways of having that thing filled. And I want to say this time right now where we have time that we are home and we have more space, we have the ability to lean in and pursue some of these things, we could come out of this so healed, so much more whole. So I want to say that I really encourage you to take some time in these days to sit and be with yourself, maybe with a journal or a piece of paper, and just maybe it's a walk and you just can internally process, or reach out to me or somebody else and just have a conversation and verbally process if that's easier for you, or use your journal. So the action for this is, and this I use with a lot of my clients. So when there's a pursuit of something that just, it comes with a lot of, why can I not think of that term? A lot of secondary, I wish somebody could tell me. So it comes with a lot of other symptoms that you have to deal with. And when you see patterns of that, you're like, oh my gosh, now I have to take something that alleviates the stress that I'm creating, that helps me sleep because I'm so anxious about this thing I'm pursuing. So when you can get at it, it'll really support you. So here's a way to get at it. So ask yourself, what are the things I'm really going after in my life? What are the greatest pursuits in my life right now? And without making yourself wrong for them, just kind of bullet point what those are. So maybe it's, really intense goals that you have around your career or around money or around relationships. Maybe you are like trying to get into a significant relationship and you're just like, it almost hurts how much being single feels. Or maybe it is a certain group of friends, or maybe it is some kind of like achievement that you're going for, or a role or a job, something. So look at the things that you're pursuing in your life that you're giving a lot of your time and your energy to. So if you just look at where your resources are going, your energy, your time, your money, look at what those things are. That'll help you know what it is that you're really going after and pursuing. If you look at your calendar and your checkbook and notice where your energy mostly goes to, write those things down, and then look at what is it that's underneath that. So if I got this thing, or when I get this thing, it will give me, and then answer that question. What will it give me if I get this thing in my life that I'm pursuing, that I'm going after, that I'm giving myself to? What will it give me? And then keep asking that question until you get down underneath it and you just find yourself answering the same thing. Like, it'll give me freedom. And what will it give me if I get freedom? And the only thing you can come up with is freedom. Then you're hitting one of the root things. Or look at it in comparison to this list. And once you get to one of these things, then you've hit rock bottom, and that is the core longing that you're running after. And then ask yourself. So you ask yourself, you look at the things that you're running after, that you're pursuing, that you're giving time, resources, energy, money toward. You write those down. Ask yourself the question, once I get that thing, it will give me what? Write those things down. Once you get to the core longings that are there, then ask yourself, how can I move toward that thing in a healthy way that won't have all the secondary side effects? Maybe that's the word I was looking for, side effects. So what are healthy ways that I can move toward pursuing actually having these core longings met in my life? Things that won't create secondary pain. So a lot of it is self-love and compassion, healing, getting yourself around loving, healthy, positive people. There are a lot of ways to do it. And it'll have you looking through a lens of, what am I doing that's not working? So what is working to get me toward worth, or toward being known, or a sense of peace, or toward goodness or justice or approval? And what things are steering me, actually, I think it's going to get me that thing, but actually it ends up hurting me more. Or it kind of moves me toward that thing, but gosh, it's a long way around to get to it. And really, I could have it right now. So just ask yourself the question, what are healthy ways I can move toward having that core longing met right now? Hopefully that is supportive for you guys. I will post a PDF of that wheel. And again, it is created by Leadership Metaformations, Tony and Kathy Stoltzfus. They're amazing leaders. You can get this flip book at Coach 22. That is their website. But super helpful. This has been incredibly helpful for me, both to give myself permission for having the core longings and the deep desires that I do, and then also to help me get directly to getting those things met in healthy ways. So hopefully that is supportive for you, and I will be back again tomorrow at 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. coming live every day, doing mindset coaching. Maybe we'll do a guided meditation at some point. Just doing things that I normally do either on my international retreats or with my one-on-one clients or in my mastermind, just offering it to you to be a support. So another resource I will put out for you guys, there is a group. You're welcome, Andy. And thank you, Greg. I really appreciate the feedback, you guys. Another resource I'll throw out that's a free resource that is just getting started. There's a Facebook group called Shift Fear to Love, I think is what it's called. And it's a free group. You're welcome, Lisa. Yeah, so it's a free group that meets every day at 4:45 Eastern Standard Time. And just different leaders from an emotional intelligence leadership training called Next Level have come together, and we just said, what can we do to really be a support right now? Let's create something that is consistent and that is just offering free value to people that they could connect into and be surrounded by really a lot of love in this season. So it's a group called Shifting Fear to Love, or Shift Fear to Love. I'll post that on the comments below also. And you are welcome to come join it every day at 4:45. There is going to be some kind of value given. And sometimes it is something like this where it's mindset shifting. There's a lot of different professionals and coaches in the group that will be offering value. And sometimes it's just fun, like something playful, or I think somebody might be doing like cooking together. So I think it's going to be a really fun group and all kinds of different things. And you can tune in every day. It'll be 15 minutes. So every day from 3:45 until 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So feel free to jump into that. I'm going to actually be leading a guided meditation in there today. That is something that I normally do on my international retreats, is this guided meditation. And I'm going to be bringing it to you today inside of that group, 4:45 Eastern Standard Time. Today. So, and I think I'm going to be doing something again next Wednesday, something more like this. So anyhow, would love to have you join in there. It's completely free and it's an incredible group of people, like just very positive, very loving, a lot of leaders in there that are wonderful. I think there's like 700 and some people in that group now. So a great way to connect. If you're just wanting to get yourself surrounded by more positivity and light and love in your life, I totally encourage you to jump in and join that group. And I will see you again tomorrow. Same time, same place. Love you guys.